Hi there, my name is Nicole Young, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you kind of an advanced method of cloning, and this involves cloning along a curve. So with this photograph, I had a little hair on my sensor for probably a day or two of shooting. For some of my photos, it really didn't show up. It was kind of hidden, but for images like this, it's very obvious. So I'll go ahead and zoom into the problem area here. And I'll pan down, maybe zoom out once just so we can see it a little clearer. So this type of fix really is not very complicated. You just need to have a little bit of knowledge on one extra step that you need in order to make this look a little bit more realistic when using the clone stamp. So I'll go ahead and get started. I'll activate the clone stamp by pressing S. And I'd also like to clone on a separate layer. This just helps keep my cloning non-destructive. So in the Layers panel, I'm going to add a new blank layer, and I'll just go ahead and rename this Cloning. So let me go ahead and start out just by showing you what happens if I begin cloning without trying to actually make some adjustments to make this work along a curve. So I'll go ahead and press that Option or Alt key, and I'll sample from an area. And if I move the cursor, you can actually see the overlay of what's going to be cloned once I start brushing. So I'll go ahead and just brush over that little hair, and you notice that it's just not looking right, obviously, because it's copying over that same angle from that curve, and it's not the curve that I actually want to use. So I'm just going to select all, and I'm just going to delete everything on that layer, and then I'll deselect. So now I'm just starting fresh with a blank cloning layer. And to make this work, I need to access the Clone Source panel. So when you have the Clone Stamp tool active, if you go up to the little toolbar at the top and click on that little icon there, that little folder with the Clone Stamp icon over it, the Clone Source panel will appear. And for these purposes, the section that you want to concern yourself with is this little angle section. And what this does is it rotates your stamping based on the amount of degrees that you have set here. So I'll go ahead and just start out by typing a number. I'll just go ahead and type 10 degrees. And let me go back over here and I'll just resample kind of that same area. Now, when I bring it over the area that I'd like to heal, it's actually lining up a little bit better with that angle. So now I can brush that away. And I was able to follow the lines of the clay instead of having kind of that jaggy look that I had before. So now I'll just kind of keep sampling and checking it. And you can see here, it's not quite lining up with this setup. So I could try to resample, or I could just go back over to that clone source and maybe try another number. So maybe I'll try 15, and that went the other direction. So let me go ahead and change it to 8. And that's a little bit better. So now I can just kind of copy that down. Now, if you wanted to go from the other direction, it's as simple as just adding a minus sign in front of that angle. So let me go back to the Clone Source panel, and I'm going to write -10 this time. So now you can see wherever I'm dragging, it's kind of flipped. And so I can kind of use one of these other sections. So let me sample from the left. And it needs a little bit more, so I'll go ahead and add, let's see, -12 maybe. Oops, got to type that again. And that's a little bit better. So now let's go ahead and toggle that on and off. And that's really all there is to it. You may need to play around with the numbers a little bit to kind of get the right angle for whatever photograph that you are cloning over. But this is a really handy feature if you're trying to clone and heal something along a curve.